Hey guys and gals, it's Elstonation here. So I thought I'd do a little tutorial for you, a little bit of a tip. It's not necessarily a tutorial on this one because it's more of a tip on how to help you with painting, basically. Now I got asked this question because of you may have seen the videos I did a month of building, and all of the models pretty much were primed, and it might have looked a bit weird because they were primed black and grey. Now the reason why I do that is so I can see the detail of what I'm painting. I'm drinking a cup of tea here as well, so you have to excuse me. So I wanted to show you how I do that and what sort of effects you'll get if you do that, how it helps you, etc, etc, etc. So we're going to start off here. So this is a crypt flare for Age of Sigmar. So he's going to have palish sort of skin, but I also want there to be shadow and definition there. So I'm going to start off by base coating in black. So grab our airbrush. It's just got black primer in it, and we're just gonna coat the whole thing. If anything, you want to spray from below, and that will become apparent in the next step after this. It's probably advisable to spray from up top as well, just so you get a bit of coverage. Don't lose the model either. So I'm kind of just plastering it on here. I'm not really being overly neat. You could be a lot more gracious with this, but I'm literally just plastering this stuff on. Cool. So there we go. Prime black. Right. I've still got a lot of paint in this cup, so I'm going to prime some more. But come back in a sec where we do the grey, so catch you in a sec. Right, okay, so I've undercoated all the other dudes, so we'll go back to our original guy here, and we're going to use one of these. Now this is it's basically a turntable. It used to move a lot more, well, actually it does move a lot more freely. It's got a lot of spinning disc here. This is quite handy. It's not necessary, but it's quite handy for what we're about to do. Because basically what we want to be able to do is turn this around whilst we're spraying, and we'll show you why. So we're going to move over to the grey primer now. Now at this point, because the model is primed black, then effectively, yeah, you can move on to paint if you want to. That's no big deal, that's not an issue. I've just used primer because I get quite a lot. You get quite big tubs of it, so might as well use it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use the airbrush. We're going to use it at this kind of 45-degree angle, possibly even going higher, top down sort of thing. But yeah, we're going to keep it at this 45-degree angle, okay? We might have to go up and down a little bit just to get a few of the areas which get missed, but yeah, I'll show you what we mean. So start off. You can get these turntables off Amazon. I think they're called, oh no, actually I think this is a Tamiya one, but you can get them off all kinds of places, and they're dirt cheap as well. So just start it off, make sure that's coming out okay. Yeah, no blockage, okay. And then all we do is we start just dusting on our paint. Now this does a couple of things. One, it gives us a pre-shading. So, I'm gonna get blown over. So when we add colour to this afterwards, a lot of our shading and blending's already been done for us by the primer. Oh, I've got a blockage. I love blockages. You hear that bubbly sound? That's a blockage in the airbrush. Have to give it a big flush sometimes. Probably an indication that my airbrush needs cleaning. But the second thing which it does, which I find really, really handy, is it actually helps me see the model and the detail in the model. Because now I can see where the muscles are, where other bits are, and also what you tend to find, what I tend to find, is when it's finished, you'll see all your mold lines you missed. I am absolutely terrible for it, to be honest with you. There are mold lines everywhere. Now with this, I tend to find the intensity of the primer, you can do, because it's grey, when you dust over it, you do just get a dusting. But if you go over it again, it starts highlighting up to a bit whiter. So you can pick out areas which you want, like the face here, want that to be brighter. Maybe some of these horns on the back. So this big part of the wing, you want that to be a bit brighter. Maybe like a knee down here. And just pick out highlight spots we want, so that we can, it then helps us to, when we're painting, just to bring all the definition to life. So, as you can see here, I mean, you could even do this with a sort of colour tone, and then, you see what I mean about missing spots? So you see that pectoral muscle there, that's hardly been hit. It's a pretty big, like, spot, so we'll just do that. But as you can see here, there's a mould line there. Or it's a join line actually, which I've missed. So it helps me pick out what I've missed out. You may find you have to go back over it afterwards. Sadly, it's just part of the deal. But it does help you out with making it making it look good, and also your painting, so you can see what's going on, where and when, and everything. So yeah, pre-shading. And this is all with an airbrush. You can do this with a can. You've got to be a little bit more careful. Whereas airbrush, you've got a lot more control over it. But at least with a can, you'll get it done a lot quicker than this. Might not be as neat, but hey ho, it'll still be pretty good. And that is how you pre-shade a model, and why you pre-shade a model. So I'm going to do the rest of them and move on to another project, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later. Bye bye.